Hi, this is Chris Davis of SlashGear, and this is the Nokia Lumia Icon. It's Verizon's latest flagship Windows phone. It's basically taking what we liked about the Lumia 1520, which is an AT&T exclusive, and distilling it down into a slightly smaller form factor. So you still get a full HD display in a 2.2 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 800 processor with 2 GB of RAM, and you even still get the same 20 megapixel PureView camera on the back. But it's shrunken down slightly, so the screen is now 5 inches rather than 6 inches. And it uses an OLED panel rather than LCD, but you still get Nokia's ultra-sensitive touch, so you can use it with gloves and outside in the cold, and also clear black, so it's extra bright for daytime use. You don't have a bump on the back for the camera anymore, so this slightly bowed rear plastic matte finish surface, which is very much fingerprint resistance, doesn't have a lump where the camera protrudes. You still get a dual LED flash, and what Nokia are particularly pleased about on the Lumia Icon is the audio recording during videos. So you have 2 microphones on the back and 2 microphones on the front, and when you're making a call, the microphones on the front are active so that you have noise cancellation, you don't hear what's going on around you. But when you're videoing, and it'll shoot up to 1080p and 30 frames per second, it uses the microphones on the back and actually works directionally, so depending on where you're pointing the phone, that's where the sound is kind of picked up from. So for instance, if you've got loud ambient noise from car engines behind you, it doesn't really matter because what you're pointing the phone at is what the audio will pick up. You have a 20 megapixel PureView camera as on the 1520, which means you also get lossless digital zoom, and if you're at the maximum sort of broadest, widest image, you can also use the oversampling, and it will shoot both to a 19 megapixel and a 5 megapixel photo simultaneously, so the smaller megapixel one is designed for instant sharing. There's wireless inductive charging built in as well without needing to use an external adapter, and the design uses this slightly bowed glass fascia with a brushed aluminum finish trim around the edge. It's about 9.8mm thick, and you can just see where the antenna strips kind of join up here on the bottom and up on the top. Just a very mild matte grey, so when you're holding the phone to your ear you don't have any kind of interference issues and lose your signal. It's a world phone on Verizon's network, so it's got LTE and CDMA for use in the US, and will also work on LTE networks abroad depending on which carrier. And you get Wi-Fi A, B, G, N and AC, Bluetooth 4.0, NFC, and all of the usual things that we've seen added into Windows phones of late. There's 32 GB of internal storage, though you don't get a memory card slot, unfortunately, and neither do you get any kind of removable or interchangeable battery. Verizon's expecting, and Nokia's expecting you to make more use of the inductive charger and use with one of the company's inductive charging plates. The battery inside is 2420 mAh, and that will last for about 16 hours of CDMA talk time, Nokia says, which will outlast quite a few phones on the market if that turns out to be the case. We'll know if that's true, and also how the Nokia Lumia Icon performs when we put it through its paces in time for the full SlashGear review, which will be coming up on the site very shortly. The actual phone itself will go on sale in Nokia stores and online from February 20th, 2014. Thanks very much for watching.